Wright, creator and host for Seeds for You by Sherry, where I bring inspiration, spiritual guidance, topics of awareness, and all other sorts of things. I write stage plays where I produce and I direct them. I also hold auditions, which is something that I'm going to be bringing to Texas. I am from Illinois. I was building quite a following, but I came here to Texas and I'm going to start that process all over again. I also host Seeds for You. Seeds for You is actually what it says in the title. It is for you, where I bring things that you may be aware of, things that you may not be aware of. I talk about human trafficking. I talk about injection sites. I talk about control, mind control of social media, things of how to protect your children, generational curses, the effects of divorce, how it affects the children, what age it actually begins to affect children. Some people think that just because their children are small when they get a divorce that it doesn't bother them, but that's not true. If the child is old enough to talk, that divorce will affect that child, and they are affected in different types of ways. So I try to help people out by bringing these topics of awareness that you may not be familiar with, but when you hear it in the settings that I am creating for you, then it just brings a different type of insight. I have pretty good success on people who have watched some of my videos on YouTube. I talked about massage brothels. Some people don't know about that. Some people do. Some people don't know that many of the women who are a part of that are not doing it by choice. They were actually tricked into coming over here thinking that they were going to get a high-paying job, and then once they get over here they find out that they're property and they also owe a huge debt of what it took to bring them here. And so now they're trapped in this cycle where they can't leave, and they may call it happy ending. I don't know if you've heard of that before, but the happy ending is where men are able to get extra favors included in their massages, if you understand my speech. And I also bring out things of this nature in my plays. I talk about real life situations like abortion and how that can affect you later in life. You may think that at the time that you're making that decision, that that's the best decision for you and your family, but later on if you find out that it haunts you. I talk about infidelity and how that affects the family, and I bring all of these topics out in my plays, but I always end them on a positive note for anybody who may mirror themselves in any of my plays or any of my work. They're able to find that there is hope at the end of the tunnel, you know, by watching some of those stories. I have given away tickets to women's shelters, and then I sat out in the audience so that I could get a feel for what that play might be doing in the lives of others from all walks of life. And I would sometimes see people crying or laughing, and that made me feel good, because my work is actually a ministry, although I don't advertise it as a ministry, because what I found was that some people, once they found out, and I'm referring to the unchurched, but once they found out that it was a gospel play, they immediately lost interest. I guess they thought that they were coming to see John or some of the other disciples, not knowing that it was actually addressing real life situations that people are living in their everyday lives, and giving them hope at the end, where, you know, like guiding them to God and letting them know that there is an answer to your problem, to your situation. Drug issues, you know, with success stories at the end. So I feel like I do a positive work. It's something that I want to do, how I want to help people. And this is just one of the ways that I find myself doing it, is in my theatrical work and also on my YouTube channel.